dry land, and nobody was prepared to jump out of a car at high speed on the concrete just to win a bet and shatter their pelvis in the process, as I did. I say screw that place. I lost my big toe to that maneuver, but I would do it again. Dennis, you can do better than that place. Much better. I've said it before and I will say it again. To make something proper of yourself, you don't need schooling. You need a pack of smokes and a wild animal to wrestle. Every man should exhibit his dominance over each member of the animal kingdom. When it is complete, I would invite you to my roadside theme park called Dwayne Earl's Ark. In it, we will have a pair of each and every animal species, and you can pay a fee and you can wrestle with them. From warm-blooded mammals to fierce-fighting reptiles, endotherms to ectotherms, we have a lot. Believe me, I have been humbled by many beasts in my time. But life is, after all, a journey. One of the central tenets of this show is education through nature. There are animals in nature, such as lizards, that specialize in a sit-and-wait hunting strategy, meaning they wait for the prey to come to them. Now, this is a technique that I utilize myself. Just last week, I was on the sofa in my front yard, and a person approached me for directions. Suffice it to say, I pounced like a hungry Komodo dragon, and when that gentleman came to in the trunk of his car, many miles away, he was missing the contents of his wallet, his wedding band, and also his MP3 player. Fortunately, predominantly filled with power ballads. Andrea, you're on the line. Welcome to the show. What's troubling you, hot stuff? Tell your Uncle Dwayne.
Hi, Dwayne. Love you. Love the show. Love mess. Anyway, I just don't know what the hell is wrong with my boyfriend. He just ain't into me like he used to be.
My dear Andrea, I believe the helium has gone to your mind bone. I do not host a relationship show. We're here to talk about animal husbandry and the pleasures available only to the men species. Relationships is not something I have any great insight into. When she calls it a relationship, it's time to skip town. Am I right, fellas?
Please, Dwayne. He's a big fan of yours. I'll put him on the line.
Hello?
Who's this?
My name's Owen.
Owen, I am not here to become betwixt you and your lady troubles. I am here to talk about rodeoing, gunsmithing, and fertilizing the herd.
No, please, Dwayne. I beg of you. You have to help me, man. She's freaking going crazy with those itty-bitty rhinestone kids. You know that they put down stairs above their intimate venue. It started with hearts and cute shit, but then she got out of control. She does these huge mural special holiday ones, right? With woodland seeds, with talking squirrels. I just can't take it. Seriously, I can't stand it. It ain't right. Are you with me, right? I mean, that ain't right. Am I right?
Owen, put your woman back on the phone this very instant.
Hello?
Andrea, you have bejazzled your last rhinestone squirrel scene. You hear me, girl? Do you hear me?
Yes.
Listen, women were not meant to make artistic montages around their lady parts, no matter how pretty nor imaginative. All kinds of sparkly things in your thighs and above your lady lips is now, from here on out, banned. It ain't proper. That stuff is for men only. I cannot feel like I'm about to tongue a disco ball. Life is not a hip-hop video. Get rid of the beaver bling. Is that clear, girl?
Yes, Dwayne.
Louder.
Yes, Dwayne.
Now say it like you're enjoying yourself. I'm just kidding, that's a joke. Now, dear listeners, I have a confession to make. I am sure this revelation will reduce more than a few of you to tears. I have been diagnosed with a disease. It is something that baffles medical science and kills most people that contract it, but I look at it as a ray of sunshine. I have a great disease, alcoholism. I have won the lottery. I mean, yes, I could have gotten herpes, but I didn't. I probably should have. This disease is great. Sure, I end up sleeping with some ugly chicks, but now that I know the symptoms, I know how to take care of myself. For instance, it is unwise to mix cocaine and grain alcohol for more than 3 days at a time. And that's a fact I have learned. Some fella told me that at one of them meetings, and he gave me a hug and a keychain. Strange business. I do not hug men, no thank you. I hug girls and procreating sows, and the latter only to ease the process as nature intended. I spoon men, just like any other normal fella, but hugging? Hugging, putting your arms around another man? Are you serious? Whatever will they think of next? Who's on the phone and how can we go beyond insemination?
My name ain't important.
Oh, it's my old friend Clarence, everybody! You son of a gun! Clarence is a stand-up guy. I say that even though he is in a wheelchair. Clarence and I fought in the war together, right on the saw a foreigner acting squirrely, we called 911 right after we shot him.
Dwayne, I got good news. I don't need the wheelchair no more.
It is a miracle. My prayers have been answered. Many a time when I was down on both knees giving a working girl the business, my mind would turn to you and that you are a cripple that can't enjoy the pleasures of the flesh.
No, I don't need a wheelchair because I got a motorized scooter now. The Relax Power X from Ambulate. Dude, I had that thing lowered, neon, custom paint job, overhauled the engine. You wouldn't believe the man booty I've been getting lately. Besides, my doctor said I don't need a wheelchair or whatever, and that I can walk just fine. I'm just tired, Dwayne. You know how I do. I like to sit down, have a beer, masturbate, relax.
Oh, that's wonderful news there, Clarence. I love hearing you're getting booty. Thanks for calling into the show, buddy. I love you always will. I received an electronic message in our inbox last week that says, Dwayne, you are so great on the radio. I was wondering if you've been watching the TV reports about how over in Asia they got the epidemic of bird flu. Well, thanks to everybody for writing in, especially listeners asking for a signed photo of my flaccid nipple. Now on your question, I do not give a crap if someone has the flu. Do I pause if a robin sneezes or a bear coughs? No, I do not. I'm not a veterinarian. Maladies of animals are irrelevant to me. People raised a stink about swine flu, saying it's bacon. That barbecue tastes just fine to me. Let's move to the final portion of our show, Romantic Interludes with Big Dwayne, where I call a previous love interest live on air. Today, I'll be calling Marnie Smith, the cheerleader I went to high school with and harbored feelings for that I kept at bay by throwing Chinese stars at strangers, indiscriminately burning things. But today, I shall fess up, as I have obtained her phone number. I am so excited for this shit.
Hello?
Hello? Marnie.
Yes, it is.
Hello, Marnie. This is Dwayne Earl. And as you can tell by the melodic and poignant music playing in the background, I am about to unleash a barrage of emotion that has been trapped inside of me for these past 20 years. We attended Central High School together, and I sat behind you in science class. And on days where there was a football game, you wore your cheerleader outfit. To this very day, I nearly break out in tears that I have not told you of the thunderous lust you arouse in me. Now, I would not break out in tears for real, as a man's tears are saved in a special place for when his favorite stock car driver loses. But know this, I, as often as this week, have kept you in regular rotation in the Dwayne Earl Spank Bank. I fantasize about you turn around in science class and ask if we can get together and study for the test. And you'd arrive at my domicile. I'd show you around, offer you a cigarette I'd stolen from my stepfather. And in the backyard, I'd perform feats of greatness, exhibiting my skills in archery, knife throwing, and camouflage face painting in particular. We'd have a fireworks war with Roman candles. Then ride fast on a dirt bike by the stream. And you'd have your arms around me, and I'd pop a wheelie, and you'd fall over the back and break free. So, we make passionate love in a cloud of exhaust by the dirt bike stereo running. Our youthful giddiness accentuated by the intoxicating fumes.